The Alliance of Sahel States Confederation and the Economic Community of West African States Organization, that are commonly known as AES and ECOWAS respectively, have finally agreed to urgently cooperate and tackle the terrorism menace in the Sahel region and the Greater West Africa. On Thursday, May 22, 2025, on the urgency of working to create the conditions necessary for effective cooperation in the fight against terrorism, and as a prelude to negotiations on issues of common interest between the two regional bodies following the withdrawal of the AES Confederation member states from ECOWAS, consultations between the Ministers of Foreign Affairs of the AES Confederation and the President of the ECOWAS Commission Dr. Omar Alieu Touray were held in Bamako in the Republic of Mali. During the exchanges, the two parties adopted the minutes of conclusions of the consultations with a view to the launch of negotiations between the AES Confederation and ECOWAS. They addressed important issues related to political, diplomatic, administrative, institutional, legal, security and economic and social development aspects. The two parties recalled the willingness of the heads of state of the subregion to prioritize the best interests of West African populations by safeguarding the gains of subregional integration, including the free movement of people and goods, until the conclusion of new agreements. The parties also expressed a common concern about the security situation and agreed on the urgency to work to create the conditions for effective cooperation in the fight against terrorism. Additionally, the parties hailed the spirit of fraternity and responsibility that led to the first direct exchanges and agreed to continue them, permanently guided by the interests of West African populations. The meeting was based on two essential pillars, that is finalizing all the modalities for the withdrawal of the three AES countries from ECOWAS, and jointly considering a common future in the same space, and the Malian Foreign Affairs Minister Abdoulaye Diop, who was the AES spokesperson, had this to say during the meeting. The member states of the Confederation of Sahel States, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, in that order, have certainly left ECOWAS as an organization. But these countries remain deeply rooted in the West African region, and these countries remain committed to the stability of our region, to its prosperity, and also to strengthening the integration links that have always existed between our countries and our peoples. The Confederation of Sahel States through Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger also remains animated by the constructive and Pan-African spirit that was at the origin of its creation and prior to its creation of the Alliance of Sahel States. This conviction is a spirit of mutual respect, listening and understanding, which not only we hope will prevail during this discussion, but also we believe that this state of mind will also and above all serve as a basis for the establishment of cooperative relations between the Confederation of Sahel States and ECOWAS. A cooperation that we want to be fraternal. A constructive cooperation between the two entities will certainly be a strong signal of a West Africa that wants to be sovereign in search of stability and also in search of prosperity, a shared prosperity for all our peoples in an international environment which is unfortunately already marked by many crises. On his part, the ECOWAS Commission President Dr. Omar Alieu Touray had this to say. These discussions of today are very important for the West African region because for the first time we are officially sitting around a table to talk. And for all of us diplomats gathered here, talking is the only way to move things forward and find solutions to everything that separates us. This is the concrete expression of the desire of our leaders, especially our heads of state, to find African solutions to African problems. The fact that we are meeting here today in Bamako clearly demonstrates that we are capable of finding solutions to our problems on our own. As ECOWAS, we are approaching these discussions by allowing ourselves to be dictated by the reality of this region. A region where the states are geographically very close, a region characterized by the close socio-economic and cultural ties that have been centuries old between the populations. We also approach these discussions invested with the pre-declared directives of the Conference of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS to safeguard the achievements of regional integration, that we have all collectively obtained over the past 50 years in various areas, including the free movement of people and goods, the right of establishment as well as the freedom of trade and investment in and across the region.
Les droits d'établissement ainsi que la liberté de commerce et d'investissement dans et à travers la région.